Invisibility isn't something you can see, it's something you feel. It's a tightening emptiness, an absence that resonates. Have you ever found yourself silently screaming for attention while the world around you continues on unbothered? That pain can turn into an unbearable weight. Do you really believe that your presence doesn't matter? What if that belief shapes the way you live and connect with others? Inside you, there's a voice, a flame waiting to be heard. But in the hustle of daily life, how many times have you ignored it? You are often the first person to overlook your own needs. This seemingly simple statement carries a profound invitation for reflection. Think about it. What does invisibility truly reveal about you? What does it hide? When you look at the loneliness you carry, you might find yourself in a sea of people, yet still feel completely disconnected. That sense of not belonging is like a thick fog that obscures your vision of what truly matters. It's okay not to know how to navigate those feelings. The first step to freeing yourself is to acknowledge that invisible presence, the shadow that lingers and dims your light. Now, imagine a flower. For it to bloom, it needs light. The same applies to you. To let your true essence emerge, you must recognize your own needs and grant yourself permission to be seen. What if what you lack isn't just external validation, but the understanding that you are enough as you are? It's time to stop seeking approval in the eyes of others. Enough is enough. You don't need to compare yourself anymore. The wounds of the past may hurt, but they don't define who you are. For every rejection, every moment of doubt, ask yourself, what do I truly want? And how can I take better care of myself? Allow yourself to feel that pain, but don't let it define you. You may be exhausted, but remember that exhaustion is a sign that your emotions are asking for space to breathe. Freedom lies in naming those feelings and not fearing them. Instead of feeling invisible, start to ignite the light within yourself. By doing this, you'll begin to realize that you're not alone. Many others also yearn for understanding. What comes next may be the most important part. When you allow yourself to be seen, when you give yourself the chance to discover your own voice, other voices may join in, creating a chorus. Self-respect isn't a flower that blooms in barren soil. It's a garden that requires daily nurturing. So ask yourself, how can I nourish this garden within me? Breathe. Feel each word. It's time to allow yourself to blossom, even in a world that insists on not seeing you. Remember, you're not here just to exist. You deserve to be recognized by yourself first. And that is what can change everything. Your energy is sacred. It's not just a light that shines randomly. It's the lifeblood of your soul, pulsing with life through every action you take. Yet how often do you give it away to those who don't honor it? Look around you. Who is by your side? Are they people who uplift your spirit or drain your strength? Too often, we keep people close who don't recognize the value of our energy. This choice makes us prisoners of energies that do not serve us. What if you could see your energy as a powerful river? Just as a river finds its way, you also have the power to choose the direction of your life. The depth of your being is revealed in the flow of your waters. So how do you navigate this river? Take a moment to close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Feel the weight of your silence. It wants to tell you something. Let that reflection flow. Ask yourself, who is truly by your side? Each time someone disrespects you, it's like a stone thrown into that river. The current stagnates and your vitality turns into a lament. But you have the power to build dams, boundaries that protect your sacred space. Start now. Tell yourself, today I choose to protect my energy. You shouldn't feel guilty for distancing yourself from those who don't contribute to your emotional well-being. What comes next may be the most important part. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love. It's like tending to a garden. If you don't take care of the weeds, the flowers won't have space to bloom. And you deserve a vibrant garden, filled with flowers that dance in the positive wind? What if what's holding you back from releasing those ties is the fear of being alone? Remember, the solitude you fear may be the beginning of a profound encounter with yourself. It was in solitude that many wise individuals discovered their deepest truths. What are you feeling in this moment? Being at the mercy of others' opinions can suffocate us. The pursuit of external validation brings a silent and exhausting fatigue. Enough. You deserve to breathe without fear. So, how about today? When you wake up, you look in the mirror and affirm, "I am enough. I am sacred." Repeat this every time someone tries to rob your energy. By doing this, you're not just protecting yourself. You're creating a vibrant space that attracts the connections that truly matter. Your lake of tranquility awaits you, and every drop of energy that you conserve creates ripples in that vast inner ocean. Today, you allow yourself to be seen and respected. Today, you honor your sacredness. Silence is more than just the absence of sound. It's a sacred space where words lose their power and true understanding begins. When was the last time you allowed yourself to simply listen? Listen, not just with your ears, but with your soul. Sometimes it's in the emptiness within you that the deepest answers are revealed. You feel misunderstood, don't you? That sense of being surrounded, yet still feeling utterly alone. Think back to the last time someone approached you, and instead of speaking, simply offered their presence. How did that make you feel? The empathy that arises from silence can be more powerful than any conversation. It's like a gentle breeze that calms the internal storm. What if the pain you hold could dissolve in the silent understanding of another being? Life is filled with moments where we realize that what's unspoken carries as much meaning as the most elaborate phrases. Have you noticed that sometimes being with someone in silence is a form of pure love? That attentive gaze that says, "I'm here and I see you." Sitting in a noisy room and observing can be more revealing than all the words you've ever heard. Silences provide clarity. They invite you to see what lies behind the invisible barriers that separate you from others, a glance, a gesture. Often it's in these small moments that we truly connect. But what if what comes next is perhaps the most important? Silence serves as a bridge that helps us understand the joys and pains of others. True communication often occurs in the absence of words. A friend once confided in me, "I feel like no one understands me." It's in that echo of silence that we find shared pain, a reminder that we are not alone. Pause for a moment and feel the weight of your silence. It's trying to tell you something. And it's in the space of this listening that the magic begins to unfold, the ability to see the world through different eyes. When you dedicate time to practice this attentive observation, small transformations occur. You start to notice how your experiences resonate in the lives of others. In this moment of stillness, ask yourself, what are my emotions trying to tell me? And remember, it's okay to feel. Emotions are your guides, not your enemies. Through silence, you can learn to navigate pain, loneliness, and emptiness in a way that blossoms into something beautiful and meaningful. What will words mean when you allow yourself more moments of silence? What will you discover about yourself and others? Accept that you don't need to have all the answers. It's perfectly fine not to know what to do right now. The simplicity of being is deeply comforting. In this subtle silence, you will find the invisible truth that connects us all. Have you ever wondered why you feel so small in such a vast world? It's a common feeling, being surrounded by people yet still carrying a deep emptiness inside. It's like a void that never seems to fill. Often, this comes from a lack of self-respect, a type of love you've forgotten to nurture. Imagine a garden. For it to thrive, it needs water, light, and care. The same applies to you. Self-respect isn't something you achieve overnight. It's a daily practice, a choice you renew with every breath. But what if what you give to yourself is minimal? What if, in the rush of everyday life, you've neglected to show yourself that love. The truth is, when you don't respect yourself, you diminish your own worth. And no one sees you in your fullness. Just yesterday, someone shared with me that they could hear the voices of many, but felt only echoes. No one understands me. And I asked, do you understand yourself? You live your life, but the story you tell yourself, that's what truly matters. Every thought, every word you whisper to your heart holds significance. Do you remember looking in the mirror and affirming, I am enough? This simple phrase, this seed of love, can help cultivate the respect that's been hidden away. What if every gesture you make for yourself is a step toward blossoming? Each moment of silence, each heartbeat is an opportunity to reconnect. Feeling tired isn't a sign of weakness, it's a signal that you need to pause and reflect inward. What you're experiencing, this solitude, is an invitation to reconnect. Self-respect is the bridge. What if that's what comes next? Consider what you can do today to nourish this garden within you. How about taking a pause and simply breathing? How about saying to yourself, I deserve this? Deep down, when you respect yourself, you're not just taking care of yourself. You're preparing the ground for deeper relationships. You are the flower of a respect that radiates outward, and every act of love you give to yourself reverberates into the world. Life can be noisy, but within you lies a quiet and powerful melody. And remember, you are not just a spectator, you are the gardener of your own soul. Cultivate this garden with care. Every small gesture counts. Each moment is a chance to blossom. Have you ever stopped to think about the power of the connections you nurture? The people around you have the ability to uplift or drag down your spirit. Picture a piano filled with keys. Each key represents a person in your life. If you only play dissonant notes, the melody of your life will never find harmony. But what happens when you choose the right keys? The melodies become vibrant, life gains rhythm, and your essence expands. What if the key to your peace lies in elevating your standards? When you value yourself, you not only shine, but you also invite others to value you as well. If your light shines, those around you will be inspired to shine too. However, here's something you might not have realized. True connections are not about quantity, but about depth. Do you surround yourself with people who make your heart resonate? Or do you remain stuck in a pattern of mediocrity? Have you ever heard someone say, I feel like no one understands me? That echo of loneliness reveals a painful pattern. This hurt doesn't come solely from within. It's also a result of the lack of interactions that nourish the soul. The truth that many are afraid to confront is that we are not challenges for one another. We need supporters, friends who lift our energy, not shadows that cover our light. Enough is enough. Today, you deserve a space for growth. Stop diminishing yourself for people who don't see your true essence. Look toward those who make your soul vibrate. Which of these keys are willing to create a symphony with you? If a relationship isn't serving you, maybe it's time to let it go. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself surrounded by people who elevate you. This image is a call to action. Moments like this redefine what you deserve. So let today be a day of renewal. Cultivate connections that resonate on the highest frequency. There are moments in life when distance becomes an act of love. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by relationships that no longer serve you? What a weight we carry, right? Stepping back isn't a sign of weakness. In fact, it's a move of strength. Navigating this dance with grace takes courage. You can distance yourself without slamming the door in anger. Picture yourself in a room full of faces, yet you still feel adrift in a sea of loneliness. Recognizing that you need space doesn't make you weak. Sometimes stepping back is the most powerful gesture you can make for yourself. It doesn't mean you don't care. It means you've chosen to prioritize your own well-being. But what if this distance is the key to unlocking new doors? When you step away, you create a sacred space for self-reflection. Letting go is sometimes essential for allowing things to flow. By allowing something to drift away, you're simultaneously making room for the new. Life is like that. a delicate dance between what we leave behind and what we can still embrace. Remember, you don't need to withdraw in frenzy, just do it with grace. What truly matters is the intention behind your actions. Have you noticed that when you distance yourself, you also learn to love yourself? Each step away from toxic situations is a step closer to your true self. And what a relief that is, right? Now, I invite you to feel that energy of movement. Embrace the relief that comes from making healthy choices. If something or someone causes you pain, don't hesitate to change your path. This isn't about rejection, it's about self-care. You have the ability to distance yourself with love and respect, gracefully navigating the dance of distance and allowing what does not serve you to gently fade away. So go ahead. It's okay not to know exactly how everything will turn out. By stepping away, you may uncover truths that have been hidden under layers of expectations and disappointments. It's perfectly fine to follow your own rhythm. You are the guiding line of your own journey. And remember, each act of distancing can be a way to love yourself more. Have you ever wondered why how you see yourself changes how others perceive you? The way others view you is a reflection of your self-perception. When we respect ourselves, we create space for boundaries. It is in establishing these boundaries that the true alchemy of change begins. Imagine yourself as a precious metal, destined to be shaped and transformed. But this only happens if you first choose to value yourself. Others can't see your light if you aren't shining yourself. By setting healthy boundaries, you not only transform your own reality, but also the connections around you. You become a beacon of respect for yourself and for others. What if the pain you carry, that loneliness that often feels unbearable, is the key to discovering your most authentic self? The truth is that transformation starts from within. Sit quietly and ask yourself, what do I truly need? Sometimes, what feels like emptiness is actually the absence of boundaries. Learning to say no is an act of love. When you respect yourself, you teach others how to respect you. It creates a continuous cycle of renewal. Once you see yourself as worthy, relationships begin to flourish. Those old wounds start to heal because you no longer seek external approval. Respect creates space for authenticity. What follows now may be the most important point. Recognize that you are not so different from others. Your being is unique, just like everyone else around you. By respecting yourself, you give others permission to do the same. You no longer need to hide your essence to fit in. Enough. You deserve to breathe without fear. Take a deep breath, feel the air fill your lungs, and notice the transformation that begins to unfold. Embracing inner silence is healing. Each breath is a reminder that you are enough, and your insecurities do not define who you are. What if you started today? When you wake up, tell yourself, I am capable. Let these words resonate in your heart and mind. Self-respect is the foundation for new relationships. A new way of relating to yourself is the first step toward transforming every interaction. By creating space for respect, you light your path and inspire those you encounter. So remember, the alchemy of respect isn't just about what happens around you, but about what flourishes within you. When the transformation becomes internal, the impact is profound. You are the alchemist of your own life. Have you ever felt surrounded by people yet still incredibly alone? That deep, invisible loneliness might be speaking to you right now, echoing through each shallow interaction. The relationships we cultivate reflect what we choose to allow. What if honoring your boundaries could transform your connections? This is where the true magic begins. When you respect your limits, you open a door to a sacred space. A space where everyone who enters becomes an authentic part of your being. Imagine a support network woven from threads of understanding, empathy, and respect. Without these foundations, relationships become like dried leaves, struggling to cling to the wind. Today, you can choose to be the tree. But what comes next might be the most important part. True relationships can emerge from recognizing who you are and who you want to be. What if I told you that the quality of your friendships, or the lack of them, could stem from how much you accept yourself? Like a gently flowing river, your authenticity attracts people who resonate with your essence. When you allow yourself to be who you are, you create an environment where love can truly thrive. You might be tired of diminishing yourself to please others. No one can maintain a facade forever. It's time to stop whispering what you truly want and start asserting it. Those emotional boundaries are the walls that protect your heart. They aren't barriers, they are pathways to deeper connections. Think of someone who truly nourishes you, someone whose silence feels like a warm embrace. This friendship doesn't require elaborate words or grand gestures. It simply exists. And the more you respect your boundaries, the stronger this attitude becomes. Remember, every step on this journey is a step towards genuine love. When you connect with those who respect who you are, loneliness begins to fade. And what if what you feel is missing is actually protecting you? By realizing this, you become a compass, guiding others to find their true north. Every interaction transforms into a celebration of authenticity, a delicate dance between souls. Allow yourself to weave into this web of love and connection. Now, nurture these relationships. Today, as you look at yourself, say, "I am worthy." Imagine the beauty of being surrounded by people who understand your silence. And when you feel the sadness of loneliness, remember that empty space can be filled with true love. This choice is in your hands. Have you ever paused to listen to what silence has to say to you? Within this quiet space lies a deep truth. You are the change you wish to see. But what does that really mean? Often, you find yourself feeling trapped, weighed down by the pain of not being understood. Loneliness becomes an unwelcome companion. Around you, many voices echo, yet none of them reach deep within your soul. It's in this emptiness that the seeds of transformation start to sprout. In silence, you discover what needs to be done, which boundaries should be established, what truths must emerge. But what if transformation is closer than you think? Picture yourself in this inner space, where confusion gives way to clarity. Each boundary you set is like fertile soil, preparing the ground for new ideas and actions. Every unspoken word could be a seed waiting to germinate, growing within your spirit. And in that growth, you will find true peace. The journey isn't easy. The pain and wounds of the past may feel like persistent shadows. Yet here's a truth. It's okay not to have all the answers right now. Little by little, you will remember who you always were. What you're feeling is part of the process. Every tear, every smile brings a lesson. What if what you fear is actually what will set you free? Silence often carries more life than the constant noise of your worries. Take a moment to close your eyes. Feel the weight of your silence. Ask yourself, what seeds are waiting to be planted within me? Self-respect and setting boundaries are the essential nutrients for this transformation. By honoring yourself, you not only heal, but you also light the way for those who are struggling in silence. If this message resonates with you, write in the comments, "I choose to be reborn." May this silent transformation echo in every corner of your life and reach those still searching for a new awakening. Stay strong on your journey. The path is beautiful,